I want to show you the method I've come up with for creating place and thing names when I'm world building and map making. I've made this database of over 8,000 entries. It's got words in all kinds of categories like animals, rocks, minerals, trees, flowers, infrastructure, magical places, mythical places, power structures, farms, villages, homesteads, estates, cities. I'm going to walk you through this document, and you can either be inspired to make your own similar document, or you can download mine. But let's make this a little interesting. Because there's 8,000 different entries in this document, by the end of the video, I have to have brainstormed 80 unique place names. Let's get started. Starting off under historical words, I have common town suffixes. These are things that might indicate the location is a farm, a village, a building, a fortification, related to a road, a hill, a valley, a countryside, water, or island. So for example, under village, we have Ville, Stow, Thorpe, which is derived from Old Norse, meaning a secondary settlement, or Stoke, which originally meant place. Under road, we have gate, cross, or way. Let's go with Ashenstow, Stonehurst, Thistledale, Emberworth, Thornwald, and Goldenshaw. I never said they had to be good. Moving from common to uncommon place parts, I have this table of prefixes and suffixes of towns or cities that have historical meanings or associations. Let's say that we're traveling to Axforden, Langlahar, Kilbexis, Ardenholm, Octarion, I like that one, and Nocdonia. I also have this list of country suffixes that are inspired by real-world places. Under structural words, we start with power structures, which are things like a barony, which would be a domain of a baron or a baroness, often in a feudal territory, or maybe a confederation, a court, a dictatorship, a dominion, a domain, commune, confederation, feudalism, a gerontocracy. And then we have word association categories under towns and kingdoms. We've got basic urban and rural settlements, administrative urban and rural units, sovereign states and monarchies like empire, republic, union, theocracy. We have dependent states and territories like a tributary, a puppet, a vassal state. I almost forgot I'm supposed to be brainstorming words here. How about Commune Springs, Imperium's Port, Federated Harbor, and the Centaur Dynasty. We've also got lists of buildings and places that fall into categories like architecture, urban and commercial, mythical, cultural, infrastructural, functional and institutional, recreational, and social. So for example, under recreational and social, we have artistic spaces like galleries, studios, venues, concert halls, things to help you flesh out your world if you're trying to think of what a character might encounter when they enter a new city. Or architectural structures like religious spaces like altars, chapels, abbeys, or agricultural spaces like orchards, farmsteads, shires, and gardens. So this time, maybe we're visiting Orkenspire, Shire's Crossing, Skyway Quarter, Arcanum Empire. I can't think of another one. Moving on to geographical terms, we have things like subterranean formations, volcanic features, open and grassed lands, deserts, bodies of water, everything you need to coordinate place names to biomes. So I'm going to throw out Strathmore, Knoll Ridge, Torrent City, and the Sierran Dominion. We've also got animal and monster related words. And I'm going to say this time we're traveling to Hawkmarsh, Badger's Rest, Wyvern Glade, Chimera Canyon, Wraith Woods, and the Cyclops Confederacy. I've got over 100 words related to rocks, metals, minerals, raw materials, precious metals, alloys, synthetic metals, exotic materials, construction materials, radioactive materials. And we're going to say that we're visiting Cobblestone Creek, Palidopolis, Ruby Realm, Silver Spire Bastion, Garnet Gulch, and Kingsteel Plateau. We've got words related to trees, plants, and flowers, which could give you places like Bluebell Hamlet, Redwood Landing, Magnolia Labyrinth, Oakshade Farm. I've got words related to people, industries, roles, social status, which could inspire locations like Smithy's Cove, Fisherman's Folly, Summit of the Scribes, Warlock's Monastery. We've got a few hundred words here related to man-made items, from weapons and armor to clothing, textiles, farming, currency, transportation, food and beverage, mining, crafting, which could give you locations like Spindlewick, Forks Hollow, Ore Spire, or maybe Kettle Rest. We've got a section for perception words, and starting with the category climate and environment, you could generate locations like Cinder Hollow, Thunderstrike Bay, the Mistwood Kingdom, or Galewind Village. Color, like warmth, cool colors, neutrals, darks, lights could inspire your locations, like Alabaster Falls, Mahogany Enclave. Let's go with Scarletia, or the Teal Territories. Time, direction, and astronomy. Let's say we're traveling to Nebula Lake, or Celestia, Dawnrise Forest, Desert of the Ascendancy. Mechanical and artificial words, things related to sound, movement, electronics. This could take you to Thrumdale, Reverbia, Torquewald, or Gearwheel Plaza. Got a whole section for atmospheric words, and starting with negative, unpleasant, dangerous words, you could go to locations like Doomshade Hamlet, Fester's Folly, Plague Citadel, Griefstone Abyss, Spectral Monarchy, Blight Cliff. For a more positive association, you might be visiting Hope's Ascent, Dawn's Threshold, Witch's Triumph, Blissland. And if none of those do it for you, and you want to go pure fantasy made up, I've got an entire section of fantasy-sounding word parts. We need 6 more locations to hit our target, so this time we're going to Talithar, Anarval, Phaedrus, Dunmorven, Silthara, and Zulgarth. Just for fun, let's generate 8 more, but you can use this for more than just places. I use it to create artifacts and magical items in the world. You might be searching for the Blade of Brookbeck, the Abyssal Orb, the Void Stone, the Staff of Winter's Wrath, the Minotaur Horn Chalice, the Gold Weave Cloak, the Lotus Lantern, or the Sun Seal Scepter. I created this to help me make place and thing names when I'm world building. Feel free to use it, or tell me in the comments how you generate names. Either way, get writing.